Your inner child is the key to your joy. You just don't know that yet because you're focused on the painful side of your inner child. But your happy inner child is in there saying, I'm alive, come and get me. Let's come and get her. Hi, lovely people. My name is Yara Elia. I am a spiritual healer. I guide women through their self-healing journey, and I guide them through transforming inner war into inner peace. So I teach inner peacemaking. I am half of this creation called LifeBloom, a beautiful community for beautiful, real, raw women. I say that I'm half of it because the other half is my sister, Reconnect, a spiritual leader and a beautiful woman at heart, which I love very much. She's my sister, true blood, actual sister. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Please hit that like button, that subscribe, that bell so you'll get notified whenever we upload a new video. And the most important thing that you're here for, let's talk about 10 ways for you to connect with your happy inner child. If you still don't know what your happy inner child is, it's not your fault. It's because no one talks about it, which I feel actually is a shame, but it's good for me because I get to talk about it and you get to listen. So if you're not sure about what a happy inner child is, go ahead and check it out in this video that will pop here or here about what the happy inner child is and why is no one talking about it, because actually it's such a missed part of our healing, but it's not what we hear when we hear inner child healing or inner child work. It's not what we hear. We always hear wounds, we always hear pain, we always hear traumas, and that's a big part of it, but it's not all of it. So let me sum up this video, because you're going to watch it later, the other video about what is the happy inner child. But I'm going to sum it up for you here in one sentence, and it's this. Your purpose in life is not healing. It's joy. It's joy. It's building trust with yourself and expressing yourself more deeply, more honestly, and more powerfully within every single day of your life. So here's how you're going to do that. Here's how you're going to reconnect with your happy inner child. I'm all jittery. I'm feeling like I want to jump, but I'm sitting, so it's a bit weird. So if I'm moving a bit, excuse me for that. But I'm excited about this topic because I truly feel that joy is not discussed about in the healing community. Happiness is not discussed about in this self-healing circle thing going on online right now. It's only all pain, and I don't want to be the voice of pain. I want to be the voice of happiness. I want to be the voice of creating a life of joy. So let's do that together. Okay, let's talk about 10 ways that you're going to reconnect with your happy inner child. First of all, what is the happy inner child? Like I said, going into that deeply in the video. But the essential is that the happy inner child is the essence of joy, of freedom, of just pure spirited, imaginative, boundaryless, completely open, completely radical, completely alive, completely connected to their yes mode, completely connected to silliness, connected to whatever is moving within them right now, to the feeling of lightness, to the sensation that fills the body, that smile that fills the body, where you're dancing and it's uncontrollable, this energy that is moving through your body. That is the happy inner child. And that is the essence that we want to bring more into your life, so that your life is more about joy, less about pain. So the first thing that you can do to reconnect with your happy inner child is to remember the things that made you happy when you were a child, right? Some of your hobbies. What did you love to do when you get silly? Would you like to sing? Did you like to paint? Did you like to do clay? Did you like to do some beads maybe? Would you like to draw uncontrollably? What are some of your hobbies? I say hobbies, but you didn't think of them as hobbies when you were a child. It was just things that were fun to do. What was fun to do when you were a child? Do that. Do that now as an adult. Fuck all of the judgment and the negativity about whether it's productive or good enough or beautiful? Or what are you going to do with that damn painting afterwards? Hang it on your fridge. Yes, do a stupid painting and hang it on your fridge and look at it and kiss it, because that is your inner child, the happy one that is speaking to you. So do the hobbies that you used to do as a child, and also do the hobbies that you like to do today as an adult. What sparkles this brightness of joy in your body as an adult today? Connect to these things, make it a part of your everyday routine. So do your hobbies as a child and as an adult today. The second tool, the second way you can reconnect with your happy inner child is dance. The children love to dance. Your happy inner child loves to move uncontrollably. Look at my body. I can't stop moving when I'm talking about this energy. So the inner child loves to dance. So dance. Do unexpected dance breaks and do them in the most stupid, just unrelated times that you can ever think about. Do dance breaks in the bathroom, at work. Just start dancing. Yes. Do dance breaks when you are in a fight with someone. Just stop everything and start dancing. Sorry for the bang. I'm like all energetic. Whew. Okay. Do dance breaks when you're in the middle of a fight with someone. Do a dance break when you are angry. Do a dance break when you're frustrated, when you're sad. Break the emotional pattern with this strike of joy from the inner child and just do a dance break. You can also break dance if you know how to, but if you don't, just do a dance break. This is the second way. A third way that you can connect with your inner child is do something that I call, or not me, it's actually Magda Gerber called it, no expectation playtime. Play, I don't know, do Legos, play with dolls, play with something that is just there right in front of you. Play with whatever you can find and play in a way that has no expectations. So you don't need to be anything in this play. You don't need to accomplish anything. You don't need to get anywhere. You don't need to be worthy enough with any way. Just play with no expectations other than just being there, present with the play. That's all you need to do. Grab a doll, play with it. I don't know, be creative. Grab something that sparks your curiosity. This leads me to the next way, the fourth way that you can increase your connection with your inner child, your happy inner child, reconnect with it. Follow curiosity. When something sparks curiosity within you, say yes to it. We're not good at this as adults. We have learned to say no to our curiosity. We've learned to say no to what feels light. We've learned to say no to things that are not without a clear purpose that will get us somewhere. We've learned to say no to ourselves much more than we've learned to say yes to ourselves. So practice saying yes to your curiosity. That's one thing. Practice saying yes to what feels light. That's another thing. That's number 6. Practice saying yes to unexpected movements within you. You want to go somewhere, say yes to it. You want to explore something, say yes to it. You want to meet with someone, you want to ask something. Say yes to these things within you that want to happen that you've learned to shut down. This is very important, even if it sounds kind of like, I want to ask someone something, but I am ashamed. Exactly. The child is not ashamed to ask, right? Children ask silly questions. They ask silly questions. They're not ashamed of it. So ask that question, even if it's a stranger. Say that thing, even if it's a stranger. You know, I remember I used to go a lot to women's festivals. And when I was in this women's festival, the women around me were all so beautiful and they were glowing. And I remember that at first I wanted to tell them that, but I was ashamed. I was embarrassed because it's really kind of weird to walk up to a woman you've never met before and tell her, "You're so beautiful." But you know what? Once I started doing that, I felt this increased sense of healing and just softening in my heart. And that is what a child would do. The child would go to a person they've never met and they would tell them, You're so beautiful. So saying yes to this movement within me that wants to say something to someone is a huge way to reconnect with your happy inner child, the boundaryless, the trusting one, the one that can be expressed, the one that can say what they need without shame and guilt and hiding themselves. So do that. I don't even remember which number I'm at right now, but I'm guessing kind of like 6. So let's go right ahead to mirror work. I'm going to say I'm 6, okay? Forgive me if it's a 7 or it's a 4 or whatever. But the next way you can reconnect with your inner child is through mirror work. And when we did the video about reconnecting with a regular inner child, not specifically the happy inner child, I'll put a link here now about reconnecting with the regular inner child. We talked about mirror work and speaking to your inner child, rebuilding trust, rebuilding safety through mirror work. But today I want to talk to you about mirror work as a way to reignite silliness, as a way to reignite just kind of an everything okay mode. Make faces to yourself in the mirror, make stupid sounds, make smiles, just interact with yourself through the mirror in a way that, again, no judgment, no need to be something specific. Just interact with yourself in a silly way through the mirror. That's my dog drinking water. So that's number 6. So we talked about following your curiosity, and we talked about following your lightness, but I want to follow also silly ideas, right? So saying to something the thing that you want to say, these kind of things, saying yes to yourself. So I'm going to add this layer of saying yes to silly ideas. And sometimes we have these ideas within us, but we shut them down so fast because maybe we can't see the productivity behind it, or maybe we don't believe that it would work, or maybe we just feel like it's too complicated. But again, the inner child doesn't care about these things. They want to do it for the sake of doing it, not for the sake of what will come out of it. So say yes to yourself, to the silly ideas, to the things that are maybe not clear to why you want to do it, but you just want to do it. So say yes to that. The next way to reconnect with your inner child, let's call it number 8. That is to celebrate yourself with no reason. Children love to celebrate themselves. They love to put on a crown and to put on a fancy costume and to just dance themselves and be happy with who they are. You could create a list of things that are amazing about you and tell that to yourself. Speak that to yourself. You can look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how amazing you are and just glorify yourself. Get into that sense of just completely celebrating yourself, again, with no reason. With no reason, because that is the essence of it. The inner child, the happy inner child, does not need a reason to do anything. They don't need a spot in their calendar for spontaneity. They don't need a spot in their calendar to say, I'm glorious. They don't need a spot in their calendar to be silly. They simply are. And that is the essence that we want to get back into. Do you start feeling it? Can you start feeling it within your body, that essence? Good. Say yes to it. Lean into it. Let it penetrate into your body. Yeah? So the next way, number 9, that we could do, we could reconnect to our happy inner child. I want to call it the kissing row, okay? We're going to create a collage or like a little line of pictures of us from our childhood, preferably happy pictures, maybe costume, maybe in a birthday, a picture where we're smiling, maybe we're surrounded by people we love, maybe we look silly, maybe we have makeup on, whatever it is. Put all of these pictures up in a line, and every time you go by it through the day, give yourself a little, oh, I love you, my little sweetheart. Kind of amp yourself up. Tell her she's amazing. And every morning, do the kissing row. Go by the pictures. Mwah, 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 mwah. Kiss each and every one of them. Yes, it sounds silly, but that's exactly what we're going for. Can you get the vibe where we're going for? We're going into silly. We're going into, what's the point of it? The point of it is to do it. The point of it is to be it. Be that silly. Be that inner child. Be that happy. Be happy for no reason. Isn't that what we all want in life? To just be happy with no reason, to not always need to be worthy to be happy, to not always need to accomplish something in order to be happy, to not always need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can be happy. That's what I'm talking about. Do that now. Practice it now. Bring this energy now into your life, not tomorrow, not when you have a space in your calendar. Now. Okay. The last way to reconnect with your inner child, number 10. And actually, just truly honestly, I already said it. I said be spontaneous and uncalculated. I already said that. Reconnect to the lighter. So I'm going to throw this one back to you. 10. What is your way to reconnect with the happy inner child? What did I not think of until now? What works for you that I haven't said? Write it down in the comments. Maybe it will work for someone else and you'll help them reconnect with their inner child. How amazing is that? You can actually help someone reignite joy in their life by sharing what helps for you, what helps you. So write down in the comments down below, what is your number 10? What is your way to reconnect with a happy, silly, life-filled inner child? And we also have some resources for you. So we have a workbook to help you reconnect with your happy inner child. We have a guided meditation, Meet Your Happy Inner Child. And we have a whole playlist of inner child work. So go ahead and check that. Of course, click that like, that subscribe, hit that bell so you'll get notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.